Hey, this is Miss Rigal. It is Monday. Today's date is Monday, April 20th, 2020. These packets that we are working on are due May 8th. So with that in mind, I may cover more pages this week to make sure we get to the end. And this is to help you so that the packet doesn't seem so overwhelming. Just want to break it down and make it a little bit easier. Remember, we have websites for more distance learning. We have our ARC bookshelf, which is part of the American Reading Company. We have Zern for math, and we have iReady, and you can do reading and math in iReady. And if there are any questions about usernames or passwords, you can shoot me a message on Dojo. You can email me. And I even provided a phone number you can call me from 1 to 2 every day in the Dojo message. The packets are available at the school. Went through that not yesterday, last week, said that they're available at the school in a filing cabinet outside, and you just grab first grade and you're ready to go. I divided my packet into 3 sections: reading and writing, word work, and math. Okay, so we left off on page 189 for reading and writing, and it has a little story there at the top, or not a story, I guess, more of an informational text, I guess. So just read that for a second. Okay, it says, have you ever lost a pet? There are things you can do to search for a lost pet. You can look around where you live. You can put up signs about your missing pet. You can put food out it likes. And underneath that are 4 questions. Number 1 says, what is this text mostly about? A, food pets like. B, how to take care of a pet. Or C, finding a lost pet. Did you hear anything about food in that short paragraph? Did you hear anything about how to take care of a pet? Or was it about finding a lost pet? Yes, I think C sounds the best. This little paragraph is about finding a lost pet. Number 2, what is not a way to search for a lost pet? A, look around. B, look in a book. Or C, put up signs. So we're supposed to look for a way not to search for a pet. A, would looking around be a good way to search for a pet? Probably so. B, could you look in a book for your pet? That's kind of silly. C, could you put up signs? Yeah, I think not a way to look for a lost pet would be B, to look in a book. That's not going to help you very much. Number 3, which word ends with the same sound as search? Search ends with a CH, which sounds like ch. So is it A, brush, B, chimney, or C, watch? We're looking for the word that ends with CH. Ch. Yes, definitely choice C, watch, ends with the CH sound. Number 4, what is the opposite of missing? Opposite means the complete other direction. Like yes is opposite of no. So if something is missing, would it be A, found, B, lost, or C, skip? Right, the opposite, the complete different of missing would be A, found. Okay, on page 190, we have another little short paragraph. Take a second to read that. Okay, some people have been trained to look for lost pets. They are called pet detectives. They will ask lots of questions about your pet. They will want a picture of your pet. Question number 1. Why would someone use a pet detective? A, because they like detectives. B, because they want to learn about pets. Or C, because they need help finding their pet. Would you call a pet detective because you like detectives? Would you call one because you want to learn about pets? Or would you call one because you need help finding your pet? Yes, choice C would be the best because you would want a pet detective to help you find your pet. Number 2, what kind of questions would pet detectives ask? A, questions about the weather. B, questions about your pet. Or C, questions about your favorite things. Right. Why would they ask about the weather? B says questions about your pet. That makes sense. And C says questions about your favorite things. Knowing about your favorite things would not help a pet detective find the pet. So the best choice would be B, questions about your pet. Number 3, which word is spelled correctly? We don't really require perfect spelling, but let's look. A, trained, Trained. B, trained, Trained. Or C, Chrained. Wouldn't CH be trained? Trained? I can't even say that very well. That's kind of a silly word, so it can't be choice C. Let's look at choice A and B. One way you could check is to go back and look at the story and find the word trained. If you do that, you can see that Trained is the correct way it was spelled. And also, choice A would be trend. I think trend. But definitely the AI sound is A. So B would be the correct choice. Number 4. What sentence uses the word train in the same way as in this text? A, the train traveled along the tracks. B, the bride's train flowed behind her dress. Or C, Kim trained to run in a race. Choice A talks about like a choo-choo train that goes along some railroad tracks. So that doesn't make sense. That's not what this paragraph was talking about. B, the bride's train flowed behind her dress. Well, we didn't read anything about a bride. There is a train on her dress a lot of times, but that's not what we read about. C, Kim trained to run in a race. It sounds like she practiced. Kim practiced to run in a race. So if you look back at the story, It says some people have been trained to look for lost pets. I think they've probably practiced, and practice makes perfect. So if they're practicing training, they're probably getting really good at it. So the best choice would be C. Kim trained to run in a race, because Kim trained like the pet detectives trained. They practiced. All right, we are on word work now. Page 24 has shown us some words that we've been working with. We've done all, am, and it. And today we're going to do an, and at. Okay, so on page 62, there is the word and we're going to add letters to the beginning of and to make it look different and sound different. Can, pan, van, fan, tan, ran, man, clan, plan, Dan, stan, and now we have A-N-S, ands. We're going to add letters on the front of this to make it look and sound different. Cans, pans, vans, fans, and here is our and story on page 64. It says read the story and circle all of the and words. Stan is the man. He has a tan. He drives a van. He has lots of fans. He is the man with a plan. That's Stan. So you're going to find all of the and words, all of the words that contain and. And just a little fun fact to the side, fan can have two meanings. It can be a machine that makes wind to cool you off, or fan can be a person with a strong admiration for a person or thing. It can be a sports fan, a fan of a movie star, or a singer. So fan has two different meanings. Okay, Stan the man has this many and words. Those are the ones that I found. All of those words contain the word and. Okay, so on page 68, we're moving on to the and words. These are words that contain the word and. We're going to add a letter to the front and make it look and sound different. Hand, land, sand, stand, grand, band-aid, and now we have A-N-D-S, ands, hands, lands, sands, stands, and now we have A-N-D-Y, which is Andy. It also contains the word A-N. Andy itself is a name, a person's name. That's why it has the uppercase A. Handy, Sandy, and that's it. On page 64, we have the A&D story. So you're supposed to read the story and circle all of the and words. Too much sand. I won't go. Too much sand. Too sandy. I don't like it on my hands. I don't like it on my feet. Too much sand. Too sandy. I won't go. Where is it that she might not want to go? Where is it that has a lot of sand? Yeah, I think the beach has a lot of sand, and she's sounding like she doesn't want to go to the beach and get all that sand on her feet and her hands. So you're supposed to find all of the words with A and D inside of them. Okay, did you get what I get? Or what I got? I got sand, sand, sandy, hands, sand, and sandy. And we've already answered she did not want to go to the beach. Okay, on page 74, we have the at words, words with the letters AT. We're going to add a letter on the front and make it look different and sound different. Bat, hat, cat, rat, mat, fat, sat. Matt is a person's name and it has two T's. Brat, chat, spat. And now we have ATS, ats. And we add the B on the front, it is bats, hats, cats, rats, chats. And in my packet, I saw no at story to circle the at words. So we're going to skip past that. Okay, as promised, last Thursday, we talked a little bit about clocks, and I said that I would provide the answers to that clock page because we have not had a chance to go over that in class. The only place you're probably going to see that is in Mission 5, I think, on the Zone digital lessons. So on page 65, we have 9:30 because the minute hand is pointing down at the 6, and that means 30. And it's still within the hour of 9, so 9:30. The next one was pretty easy, 4 o'clock, even though you can't see the numbers. Next one was 11 o'clock. And the minute hand is pointing straight up. It's going to be 00 o'clock. Next row is 3:30. Those are Roman numerals. Next one is 4 o'clock. Minute hand pointing straight up to the 12. Hour hand pointing to the 4. And the last one is 3 o'clock. And that analog clock had no numbers at all. So had to be really careful to make sure where those hands were pointing. Okay, and as promised on page 41, here are the answers to page 41. It was completely optional to do the colors, not necessary at all, just trying to make it a little more interesting and see if your colors match my colors. But most importantly, we got to make sure our numbers match. And as always, if you see a mistake that I've made, please let me know. Okay, math pages 52 and 53 are actually, it looks like addition and subtraction cards, 2 digits. We're not really going to cut those out. What I think we need to do is write the answer inside the box. So, do you remember Quick 10 pictures? We were drawing those pretty regularly before we left. There's a stick that counts as 10, and then the ones are counted as dots and X's. So instead of just writing the answer in the blank, I wanted you to check to make sure that I have done my Quick 10 picture correctly. So here we have 39 plus 1. There's 3 sticks, so that counts as 10, 20, 30. And then you count your dots, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And then it's plus 1, so there is 1 X. And that adds up to 40. The Quick 10 picture represents 40. Okay, the next card says 30 minus 1. I want you to make sure that I've done my Quick 10 correctly, and then you write the answer in the blank. And as always, if you need more time than I'm giving you, you can pause the video. Okay, next one is 20 plus 20. Make sure that I've done my Quick 10 picture correctly, and you write the answer in the box. Next one is 10 plus 30. Make sure I've done my Quick 10 correctly and write the answer in the box. Next one is 40 minus 20. Make sure I've done my Quick 10 correctly and write the answer in the box. Next one is 40 minus 30. Make sure my Quick 10 is correct and then write the answer in the box. Next one is 30 minus 20. Make sure my Quick 10 is correct and write the answer in the box. Next one is 30 minus 10. Next one is 40 minus 40. Next one is 30 minus 30. Now we're switching to page 53. This is 10 plus 14. Next one is 15 plus 20. Next one is 12 plus 20. Next one is 27 plus 10. Next one is 29 plus 10. Next one is 20 plus 19. Next one is 20 plus 16. And the last one is 12 plus 20. Okay, on page 54, it says Core Subtraction Fluency Review, Missing Add-ins. Remember that you're given your whole number at the end, you're given one part that you do know, and you need to find out the part you don't know. So there are strategies for this. You can hold up the whole number with your fingers. You can put down the part that you do know, and then your fingers will show you the part that's missing. And I sometimes use a number bond to help me see what's missing. Okay, so you need to finish page 54. That's just some fluency practice. On page 57, it says My Addition Practice. This is also some practice that you need to do on your own. Remember, the whole number doesn't always come at the end. So like on number 11, it says 7 plus 1, and we know that is 8. But when you look at 12, the answer, the whole number, is at the beginning. It would be 8 equals 1 plus 7. Those are related number sentences, but the whole number doesn't always come at the beginning. So that's something you need to watch for when you're doing page 57. And page 58. It is Core Fluency Practice Set B, My Missing Add-in Practice. Okay, there are more missing add-ins, and the strategy for that is put that whole number up on your fingers, and you lay down the part that you do know so that you can find the part that you don't know. And as I said on the other page, it helps to maybe put a number bond to put your whole number at the top, fill in the part that you do know, and you're trying to find the part that you don't know. So whole number, take away the part that you do know, helps you find the part that you don't know. And on all three of those pages, I will provide the answers as you request it. I don't want to just flash up the answers on these videos, because what could happen is we just push through the video until we find the answers and write them, and then we've had no learning at all, no practice. We don't want to just copy answers. So if you want to check your answers on these 3 pages, you can shoot me a message on Dojo or email me, and I will provide the answers to these practice pages. Okay, whew. That was a lot of work for today. You can always work ahead if you like, but it's okay if you don't. Week 2, Day 2 will be posted Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. I hope you have a great day. I sure do miss you. Bye-bye.